This video is for Xbell 123, the Rotoverse Expert 2.0. So he's been asking me how to charge a capacitor to make the totally tuned run faster. I think I looked at the video, it looked like it went fast. But I thought there was something with the gears being loose. Well, if your rotor is going slow and has a capacitor on it, like the Muscle Boss Turbo, then you take out the capacitor and you're gonna do this with it. Get a breadboard or something and just try to pause the video so you can look at the diagram. And I use these wires just to make the connections a bit easier, because regular wires keep falling out on here. So, top view. So what you do is you stick. You can tell the capacitors. This does not work on ceramic capacitors because I don't think they don't need to do this. But if you see this stripe, that's for the negative side, or you can see which side has the shorter piece of metal, and you just stick it the negative side here and the positive side here, and then put in your 9-volt battery, and the light should slowly turn off. And then the capacitor is fully charged. Let me do it on a different one. You want it to go this way. Make sure that if the LED is as dim as possible, then take out the capacitor and it should be charged. And if you want to keep the capacitor charged, don't do this until you have batteries put in, because then it'll help keep the charge for a lot longer. You've noticed the LED blinked instantly. That means you discharged the capacitor. So if you do that, then you stick it back here. And you recharge it. Also read the correct, but you don't want to use just any capacitor. Make sure, well, I know the one on the Totally Tuned's electrolytic. I believe it is. It works best on those. But be sure to read the UF rating on it. It's probably going to say something like 10 volt, 100 UF. That's like the if your rotor has the flat orange dip capacitor or the ceramic one, but there's ones that say 22, and there's larger ones like this that say 104. ones on the water, if you find one on a water burr, it's always going to be 104. These are for water burrs that go both directions. Usually you're not going to find the electrolytic type in a water burr that goes 2 directions. Unless it's the Street Nitro or the Tankzilla Monster Truck. Which, since on the Tankzilla Monster Truck, it's not bridged, so it can fail very easily. But the reason they did that is because you have more UF rating variety with the electrolytic. But since these ceramic ones, orange ones, aren't polar, they can go either direction. It's worth a try, though. If it doesn't charge, you might just need to get a new one. I should get a wet sponge for my soldering iron. Alright, let's see if it's ready to use yet. Alright. It just started heating up. So we're going to pull it off this motor. And as you can probably tell, solder is being a pain. Got one off, and now to get the other side. Be careful not to get burned by it, because there's not very many things to touch at this point. Other problem is that it doesn't stay still. I'm about to just cut it off. Looks like we're gonna have to cut it off on the other side. Well, since it's a bit short on one side, I don't think it matters that much. It actually does charge these. Yeah, these can actually charge. Because that's what I thought. On these is a bit different. The light just blinks instead, though. On the small ones, I say 22. I couldn't get them to do anything, though. But, yeah. So, it works on... I don't even see it. Okay, I'll just grab these types. And these types. But if you're trying to do it with this type, you only should expect the light LED to blink for a split second and then turn off. On the other type, though, it'll slowly turn off. Or maybe not, barely turn off all the way because something's wrong with it. And you should probably get a new one. So, yeah. The light's not dimming all the way, that means your capacitor can't really fully charge. But it should be good if the light's at least this dim. LEDs have the capacitors, these types of capacitors have a very short shelf life. Even if they're charged from the manufacturer. They're only gonna last for 2 years. But the ones I get from the hobby store are not charged. That's why every time I put it in here, it doesn't work. And I'll show you something. I want you to take a look at this. I'm going to put batteries in it, and I'm going to show you how fast, basically, my other muscle boss is supposed to go. You see that? That one's cracking. Got it to make sure you don't screw. There's another one that goes right there, actually broke completely off. That's what was causing it to not hop up and down straight. Well, I know I had the piece somewhere. I never got rid of it, just because I need to glue it back in. What if I put the front wheels to the Mustang on this F-150? I think that'd be pretty cool. Currently talking over somebody right now. I'm sorry. The capacitor on here, well, this is also 10 volt 100 UF. That's how I figured that this one would need it. And the other muscle boss had it. And it might need that one. It might need a new board. Still has some life left in it, but I don't think I could. I don't think that's fixable right now. Unless maybe I could try replacing the parts, but I don't know. But notice how the motor jumps around from the torque. And I'm not sure my phone's not letting me focus, which is weird. It does not do that under normal circumstances. Capacitor helps increase the speed of it. And I'm trying to get the Muscle Boss Turbo at least as fast as it's supposed to be, or as fast as this, because I think this goes faster. But yeah, I hope Xbell 123 probably don't have one of these breadboards, but you could easily get one online or something. I got this from an electronics kit. It's also how I got a lot of capacitors and transistors and resistors and stuff. Some of these I just pull out of my non-working toys. The one motor in the train has bad contacts, which is why it's making a noise, a very bad noise. Oh, look, it shouldn't really shut off all the way. But be aware of the microfarad. If it's too low, it's not going to go fast. 100 UF is going to make the motor fly like on that. So make sure you get 100 UF, not some 10 UF capacitor. But I just remembered that you have to give it a push. That's definitely a capacitor problem. Because this monster truck, the Tankzilla, does the same exact thing. And I won't move on the floor too. So yep, you definitely have a capacitor problem. And I got a few of them, so. Luckily I got plenty of capacitors to fix it with. The one in Tankzilla is 25 volt 100 UF. Now what's strange is that they give it electrolytic capacitor, but it goes in both directions, so that explains why the previous capacitor, which is this tiny one, failed. I think what they did to fix that in the street nitro remote control was they bridged it between the wires, a wire between both the capacitor terminals. I'm not sure how this didn't destroy it, but it doesn't. And it actually makes it work fast in both directions. The reason they use ceramic is because they have more speed options with electrolytic, which is understandable. So yeah, if I find that black post, I have to glue it back in, and it should work better. However, I thought I left it right around here last night, and now it's gone, which is weird. So I never moved it from the spot. So I'm trailing on and on. Also, how good are these for road rippers? The lithium-ion batteries. This is the only one I have, so I can't really test it. If I had another one, I could theoretically put it in the muscle rod, but like, is the performance really good on these? I'm pretty sure it is, obviously. Good. Just tell me. I'm also gonna try fixing the motor of the Mustang since it's the gearbox is very stiff. Actually, here. If I can pull the front wheels off the Mustang, I'm gonna try it on this Ford F-150 and see how it looks. So far, I think it looks pretty cool. I also managed to get this to work. Straight beats wheels on the Muscle Boss F-150. This actually has a slipping wheel on this side, I believe. Which, if it ran fast enough, would probably, like, not be aligned. I think this video has been trailing on, though. If you can get these online for dirt cheap, go on Mauser Electronics. You could put in the correct UF rating you need, which should be 100 volts. I mean 100 UF or microfarads, and 10 volts as the voltage rating, which is recommended for any motor rippers that take 4.5 volts, aka 3 AA or C batteries or something. But yeah, I hope this video helps.